Previously on
Renegade project.
I'm coming in January. Your friend's coming in February, and other people are gonna plan for later. Like, I'm coming as ASAP. You know? That's right. You heard it first. You want to beat me? You better be there in December or something. You know, that's how it's gonna have to be. Knowing my luck, it'll be Trey. Trey's like, oh, I'm gonna beat me. He's the one that shows up. Well, remember I told you how funny it would be is if you and Trey planned it like that, like Trey came, and then I came, and then I'm like, hey, Daniel, and then right behind me, like, it's Trey, like, hey, man, I'll be like, what the hell?
What? Damn. Bicycle life in Japan, eh? Bike life. If you can't come out here and ride a bicycle, don't bother coming out here at all, mother suckers.
Riding don't come out.
You ain't riding, don't come out. Woo! See the birds? The birds riding in this bitch.
Welcome to the Renegade Pirate Podcast. This is your boy Angel's a Man, and today I got my boy Trey. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, my name is Trey. I just flew in a couple days ago. Just hanging out, catching up. Last time I was here was a while ago, before the pandemic. Lots of fun, and the second they opened up the airports, I decided to come back.
So what you been up to?
Nothing much, actually just dodging demons, you know what it is, like, people have been bored this pandemic, ladies bored, you know, so you might find something to play on, so you gotta just keep your head above waters and find out what's going on, you know, where everybody's headed to next, you know, so you're not like left behind type of stuff. But
So what you been up to? Like, what's your adventures like? You know?
scamming the government? I'm joking. No, honestly, I want to find some hidden gems. Last time I was here, I looked at all the big
that's
things.
what you're going to do, but what you been up to? How's your life? Like, how is life in the world of Trey? You know, I haven't seen you, like, the last time I saw you was when we went hiking.
Oh, yeah.
That was earlier this year.
I was still living
In LA.
Fulton, yeah.
Yeah, then before that, I haven't talked to you in like 2 years.
Dang. Is that 2 years?
It's been 2 years. Since the last day I dropped you to your house, it's been a minute.
Dude, the pandemic put a number on me. Like, I checked out, I think.
Mentally checked out?
I mentally checked out. There's nothing to do for me in the States. And honestly, that's how I feel currently. I just sort of got burned out. Had lots of American dreaming going on, and Disney kind of had me working for them.
Oh, you're working at Disney?
Well, I worked at Disneyland last year.
Oh, how was that? You got to see Mickey Mouse?
It was fun, yeah. I mean, there's multiple people that are casted for Mickey Mouse, and I kind of like switch out the person all the time, but yeah, I got to be behind the scenes. It's actually really cool. It's actually insane that the way that the park is designed, like it looks nice for the people inside, but so is it, like, the background of it is also nice. Like, us employees in the back, we have all types of like secret doors and trap doors that open. It's kind of really nice. We have restaurants that are like backstage. They call it backstage because in a sort we're all cast members. Like, we're really cast members. Like, and I didn't even know because this is how people like end up in Disney movies. They just kind of sort of work for the park or the hotel, and then they sort of get moved to Burbank. So Anaheim is the park, Burbank is the studios, and the studios is major. Everybody's trying to work for the studios. Lots of fun. They have divisions that like we all dream about, like Pixar, like
Which one did you want to do?
Oh, DreamWorks.
To do what?
Soundtrack. Like, I've been a DreamWorks person all my life, and
Wait, what you gonna do on the soundtrack? Go make the beats.
Honestly, just be part of the post-production. I just kind of...
But doing what though? Like, what would you be doing?
Actually, not. I think I'm too much of a fan to think of what exactly I would do if I was in that position, because I just thought of it. You know, like if you have, they produce like the craziest movies, and not only like animated ones, but also like movies where
Movies, yeah.
yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, like when I was there, Disney, DreamWorks kind of mix, and they go full out. So they're doing costumes and. It's just really interesting to see how much it goes into the production.
So you just want to just be there and like watch everything that they're doing and learn like.
No, the production is like huge. You know? Like I used to think that I used to think that they're just like sort of like film each scene, then they cut it together, put out an ad, and that's it. But I realized that even to shoot the scene, like even the costumes alone, I'm telling you, like shooting something as
It's just one aspect.
yeah, it's this huge aspect. Like they pull out makeup, hair, and I saw it happening, and I was like, wow, this is cool. This is the part where, this is the very, very end of it. Like when the film is out and the merchandise is selling and the kids love it, and they come and ride the roller coaster. Like, wow, isn't it dope if you were one of the guys that are like way in the beginning, like putting characters in, that people eventually like dress up as. That was really like
That's the dream, I guess. That's the dream. But like, what did you learn? Like, did you learn anything while you're working at Disney? Like some secret tips that like opened your eyes to like,
I honestly got to experience. This was the first company and brand that actually really cared about their brand. Like a lot of companies, obviously every company cares about their brand and they say it and they like it to be, but I've seen, like I've never seen people like spring in action. Like they really are not shy to like, when it comes to even like the most unknown show that they're about to release on Disney Plus or whatever, and even if it has just one episode, they'll still put up the flyers if it's the next, and it was kind of nice to see that even new ideas, like not only Toy Story 4 and 5 and whatever comes next gets promoted, but also like unknown new artists. So in the year that I worked there, it's crazy to see that like the posters would change on me, and people would guests and customers would come in dressed as like characters that I essentially did not even know, because the division next door just came up with it in a way. So it was kind of like, whoa, I am working somewhere that is, this company is important to people. Like in many aspects, like parents are trying to like make good create good experiences and memories and childhood memories from characters that they used to love, and now they're trying to get their kids into it, and it sort of works because they've taken care of the brand, which
So,
is.
You learn how to like take care of a brand now. When is Trezor's amusement park opening?
So there's a brand. I don't know, but it was definitely crazy to see how a business can work when like the budget is there and everybody that works there is like a Disney fan. It was crazy to see. I was surrounded by people that are really stoked to be there, and like even if they were tasked with the most minimal things. Sometimes I'm tasked with like finding a lost child, and I'm asking, hey, how does the kid look like? And they're like, I don't know. Do we put a blue shirt or a red shirt on it? And I'm like in the park looking for the kid, and what sounds like a stupid task can actually be really, really fun if you notice that, hey, everybody in this park wants to be here. Like workers, people in here, the kids, like
Everybody wants to be there, yeah?
I finished the year working there without an issue.
They say it is the happiest place in the world. Would you second that notion?
Probably yes. But the cruise ship might go harder too. I've heard a couple things about the cruise ship, but that might not be good for the podcast.
That's another episode right there. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I heard people like to travel to the hotels in the cruise ships because they go around and
So how about I heard you're going back to Germany, yeah? Trey is finally going back to the motherland.
I was thinking, but Japan is kind of nice and it's not too cold here, so I might, you know.
So how long are you gonna stay in Japan? Like how long is your mind set for time in Japan?
2 weeks is guaranteed, but then I want to slap another 2 on there. Trying to see what maybe can get more fun. That's
Well,
what
now
happens.
he's coming in literally less than a month. He's coming on the 6th. It's funny because you came on the 5th. He's coming on the 6th. Another homie is coming on the 7th. So it's like you guys just coming like
And
same.
I have to see if the ticket in 2 weeks just ends up being way too expensive to go back to the States or to Germany, I might just stick around here because I can actually save. It's just if I find a really cheap place to stay, I can kind of crank out a couple bucks out of it and really stay.
Did you check out the links I sent you?
Not yet. I was just on the train. I did check out one link, but I think Christina called. I made Christina call, and there was just like extra fees, and then you had to pay for betting, I think, and then you paid like a $50 like initiation fee. When it all came together, it was like $1,000 a month for the apartment.
Is that for like the first month? Then it become cheaper for the
Yeah,
second
I think so. Yeah, actually that's what it was. And then like, I think like 200 of it is deposit. So if nothing happens after the month, you sort of get it back, and then it drops down to like 700. It's like 70,000 yen, which is like 600.
500 or something.
Yeah, which was kind of reasonable, but I didn't want to put that type of money out. It would leave me nothing to pass them around and stuff, and have a lot to measure.
So like, when you came this time, like, what was like the one thing that was in your mind that you wanted to do?
The one thing that was on my mind was I just couldn't believe that the country opened back up. The entire pandemic, I was just kind of thinking about it, and I sort of had some funds, like some stimulus money came in here and there, so it was, you know, and I sort of ran out of patience. I kind of had it there.
Come on,
Oh, hey! Yee! No way!
Man!
How you been?
I don't know, man.
Right?
Yes? And then
Yeah.
you're here.
And I'm great, and we're in the pockets.
Still recording.
You're not recording.
Hey,
You know you have a dentist, right?
I know.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. We got 10 minutes.
Okay, good. I gotta get a call.
Okay.
Oh, no way. Yo, I haven't seen her at least in
4 years. 5 years. 4 5 years.
I charge it to the pandemic. I'm even like 3-4 years younger.
Yeah, 5 years. It was like 2018 when I went to. Last time you saw her, because she left San Diego in 2017, is when I was traveling to Thailand. When I came here, and I spent like 1 day, and we all met in Shinjuku. Remember?
Was that here?
Yeah. It was like 1 day. You were here.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And
yeah.
that day I came,
That was the last time?
That was the last time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because we were
So,
going to Thailand.
here
In
is
Japan.
when I saw her
The
last
last time
time.
you saw her was in Japan.
Oh, no way. That was. Oh my
That was-
god.
4 years ago, 2018.
That was December 2018 then.
No. That was me.
Oh.
I was going to Thailand.
That was my second trip. I
Yeah,
think.
your second
Yes.
trip here.
That was my
So,
second trip.
You
Yeah.
came, and while you were here, I diverted, because I was supposed to go straight to Thailand, but instead I flew from San Diego to Japan for 1 day. Literally 1 day. Got here, took a nap, got up, went to see you, got drinks, went to the hookah lounge,
Yeah, I remember that.
took a nap, flew the next morning to Thailand for like 10 days, and flew from Thailand back to San Diego.
Yeah, dude, getting that Tokyo experience in for a day.
Man,
That counts.
that counts, man.
Dude, but the time has passed. The pandemic, like, just
So what you got going on, man? What you working on?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm done.
Disney was the last job?
It's just my personal relationship with work. I feel like people. Disney was actually a good experience, you know. Maybe I didn't move up the way I intended to, but maybe I needed to stick around longer. But I don't know. I don't seem to feel the satisfaction that others seem to experience, which is sort of sad, you know. People get really into like their professions, and since it occupies a big
amount of your time
over life, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
I see you got your camera back, so you back in that camera taking picture gang?
Yeah. I brought it up because the city's just huge, and
This is a record.
last time I was here, I think because I was in Kyoto and Osaka, I actually didn't take any pictures of Tokyo. Like, not even like one on the phone, you know? So I was thinking, like, man, I need to make sure that this time my camera's here and like take a row of pictures like each and every day. So like I can, you know, I kind of want to go back and be like, oh yeah, that's what I did that day. Yeah, I went there and there and there and there. And some days I look and be like, there's like 2 pictures and like screenshots, and I wonder, what was I doing that day? Just watching stuff all day, you know?
Yeah, I call it monono aware.
It's nice to leave a little travel record. Like, I don't have time to like write down in the diary every single day what I did. Like, thanks to the pandemic, I have no memory anyways. Like, every day, like Tomoru asked me yesterday, oh, so what did you and Christina do? And I'm like, I don't know. Every day it's just kind of like a...
But at least today, you know, you rode a bike halfway around with you.
You saw the Tama River.
Oh, how you like Tama River?
I can't, dude. So it basically is some Mount Fuji water.
Like, I don't even know like how far that, like the track, the path crosses like half of Japan. Like, it goes, you can walk from there to like Shinjuku, and like
It's the official. Man, before I traveled here for the first time, I picked up this book, and it was some ancient Japan shit. And there's actually a lot of different layers on this motherfucker. You know, it's just kind of like, there is actually a traditional road from like Edo all the way to Kyoto.
yeah.
And it has like,
It's walking path.
and it has temples and shrines and businesses all along the way. And it's like, and I thought, hey, this is something I can do. And then I realized that, you know, things are a little more different with the train and like distances.
Yeah, because like my trainer was telling me that like it's just 10 days to walk from here to Kyoto. I'm like, 10 days. They're like, yeah, that's how we used to do it back in the days, you know. We didn't have cars, you know. You wanted to go to Kyoto to see the family. You start walking on a Monday,
And then
you get there next week Tuesday or Wednesday, you know.
But apparently, like, for the longest, that used to be the thing. That used to be the absolute thing. And then all the way stations in the middle had like hotels there and stuff.
something, you know.
And now it's sort of like the streets that we see now with the businesses are like the legacy of how it used to be. But the thing used to go from all the way to Senjuzi. And I didn't know. So but it's random because that's it's actually the first thing I saw. On my way to Kay's house is the very first thing I saw. And I stopped and yeah, with the bell and everything. And I was
Ready? Alright. So we're gonna take a pause, do part 2 later.
quick commercial break.
Quick commercial break.
Cheers.
This is
No way, cheers.